Samia set off on her bicycle to visit her friend, traveling at an average speed of 17 kilometers per hour. When she had gone half the distance to her friend's house, a tire went flat and she walked the rest of the way at 5 kilometers per hour. In all, it took her 44 minutes to reach her friend's house. In kilometers, round to the nearest tenth, how far did Samia walk? Okay, so the situation is she rides her bike up to the halfway point. She's going 17 kilometers per hour. Then after that, gets a flat tire, and she goes 5 kilometers per hour the rest of the way. And it takes her 44 minutes. So this is a distance problem. I want to remember that d equal to rate times time. So let's just say she goes x kilometers. She goes x kilometers going at 17 kilometers per hour. Then, since it's the same distance going 5 kilometers per hour, she goes x kilometers going 5 kilometers per hour. So I want to set up a little equation. So distance equals rate times time, if I'm keeping that in mind. So distance is going to be x. So that equals x equals 17 times, let's just call it t1, the time it takes her to ride the bike that distance. Then let's do x is equal to 5 times t2. So I know that both of those times, t1 plus t2, that's going to be equal to 44 minutes, or in hours, it's 44 divided by 60. 44 divided by 60 is the same thing as 11 over 15. So something I can do here is, if I divide both sides of that equation by 17, I get x over 17 equals t1. And then here I get x over 5 equals t2. So when I add t1 plus t2, that equals x over 17 plus x over 5. And since I want a common denominator there, that's the same as 5x over 85 plus 17x over 85. So I have 22x over 85. So I have two values for t1 plus t2, so I'm going to set them equal to each other. So 22x over 85, that equals 11 over 15. So if I divide both sides by 11, I now have 2x over 85 is equal to 1 over 15. Further manipulating the equation, I get 30x is equal to 85. Now I get x is equal to 85 over 30, which is the same thing as 2 and 25 30ths, which is equal to 2 and 5/6, which is about, to the nearest tenth, that's about 2.8. And remember, we're just finding how far did Samia walk, so that distance, and that distance is actually, that's going to be x, because that represents half of the total distance she traveled. So the answer is going to be 2.8, which is C.